Hello, my name is Linda Reyes, and welcome to my video presentation of my original contribution project for the Capstone Experience for Advanced Studies. I will be discussing on utilizing SWOT analysis and value stream mapping as coping strategies to reduce stress in teaching. In this presentation, I will discuss how the concept of SWOT analysis and value stream mapping can reduce stress in teaching. After taking my budgeting and resource management class under my ACE coursework, I was inspired to create this original contribution presentation. I learned about SWOT analysis and value stream mapping in the course and saw the benefits of these tools for businesses and educational institutions. Therefore, I was inspired as an educational leader to apply these tools to assist me in coping with the work stress that I was experiencing in my classroom. This original contribution was also created to assist teachers, specifically high school teachers, to utilize these coping strategies to reduce work stress and minimize teacher burnout. They can also utilize these tools to plan or evaluate themselves as they work out any process in their classroom. However, it can really be utilized by any teacher at any grade level, as these tools are beneficial to utilize for coping with stress. Overcoming teacher burnout has always been a crucial topic of interest that has been addressed in education. The COVID-19 pandemic has further exacerbated this issue by creating societal and environmental changes that have significantly impacted education. Teachers have encountered more demands, expectations, and have had to adapt to unexpected conditions. Furthermore, teachers have also had the challenge of connecting with students, parents, and other faculty while being concerned about their health and personal concerns. Hence, work stress and burnout has increased throughout many educational institutions and has raised awareness of the teacher shortages. According to the author Walker, the National Education Association did a survey of 2,690 members and found that 32% of the respondents said that the pandemic led them to leave the profession earlier than they anticipated. That is a slight increase from the last summer, where the association found that 28% of the members said they might leave or retire early. The numbers are higher among members of color and members with more than 20 years experience. Therefore, it is imperative to utilize coping strategies to address and reduce work stress and teacher burnout. In this presentation, SWOT analysis and value stream mapping will be presented as coping strategies that can be utilized to improve, add value, and reduce work stress for educators. A SWOT analysis and value stream mapping can be utilized as coping strategy tools to reduce work stress and teacher burnout. Teachers can utilize both of these tools to achieve pedagogical practice efficiency through the analysis. When a teacher evaluates their own pedagogic practice because he or she has gained self-awareness, the friction that usually exists between the teachers and the external evaluators during teacher evaluation will be limited, and the rights of the teacher will be protected. These tools can empower teachers because they allow them the autonomy to develop strategies, methods, and solutions to challenging areas that contribute to work stress and teacher burnout. Consequently, teaching practices can then improve student learning outcomes and identify targeted areas of professional growth. Teachers can utilize strategic planning tools in the research and development of their strategic and creative plans that are used in the classroom. A SWOT analysis is an example of a strategic planning tool that can assist teachers in analyzing their planning process, decision-making, and resource management. The SWOT is a broadly used instrument for exploring the internal factors such as strengths and weaknesses, and external factors such as threats and opportunities of an institutional environment. The SWOT analysis can be utilized as a coping strategy to problem solve and project planning tool that can help teachers focus on critical issues relevant to the task at hand. It will also allow the teachers to take full advantage of their own and the students' abilities in the classroom. Consequently, by analyzing the SWOT planning tool, the findings can benefit the classroom learning environment by helping to build on what the teacher and the students are doing well. Teachers can also utilize it to address the areas where there is deficiency, minimize the risk, and maximize any chances of success. Thus, the teachers become more efficient in their pedagogic practice, as the SWOT allows them to adjust their practice constantly. This is a personal example of a SWOT analysis done in my life and in the classroom. As a high school teacher, I have experienced the work stress and teacher burnout that all teachers have faced throughout the pandemic. I've also faced the same challenges and difficulties inside and outside the classroom that affect student learning and the mathematical self-efficacy. I try to make a difference by putting in the hours, offering tutoring, reaching out to parents, and conferencing with the students. However, I always felt that I was never doing enough and I always came up short. It seemed like I was focusing on the negative and seldom on the signs of progress. Therefore, to make a change, I was inspired by the budgeting and resource management class and utilizing the SWOT analysis for self-evaluation to identify the problem areas in myself and in the classroom, to help to identify any inefficiencies and defects and to efficiently address them. The table in this slide demonstrates an example of the SWOT analysis done for self-evaluation and analysis of the classroom learning environment. For example, I observed my weaknesses such as lack of knowledge and experiences on certain instructional resources on assessment and student learning strategies. Specifically, previously, I've had professional development on these areas, such as math portfolios and student centers. However, I did not feel like I was really knowledgeable and had self-doubt in these areas. Therefore, I did not try to use mathematical portfolios or student centers and had very limited opportunities that I created in the classroom because of the self-doubt that I had. I was focusing on the weaknesses, but in looking at the SWOT analysis, I was able to look at the strengths and opportunities, and I understood that I had more opportunities to continue to pursue learning and to grow and to strengthen my collaboration with the instructional coach and other peers to develop solutions to address challenging areas in my profession and in the classroom. I felt empowered and comfortable in seeking assistance and collaboration because I have a strong administration and faculty support, thus improving the classroom climate and culture by maximizing the strengths to address the weaknesses. Furthermore, I was able to uncover new learning opportunities and eliminate perceived threats in the learning environment. Value stream mapping is a coping strategy method that allows for a series of steps to apply strategies, systems, and solutions to provide a continuous flow of value. Value stream mapping is a visual tool that allows direct observation to present all the activities and steps in a work process. In utilizing value stream mapping, teachers can identify opportunities for improvement in the flow of value to the students. Value stream mapping for education is a well-structured improvement method based on visualization, participation, and process thinking principles, which helps teachers without a background in lean thinking to analyze their processes. This method has enabled teachers to develop rational coping strategies to reduce their work-related stress. Therefore, educators can identify any problem areas, inefficiencies, and defects, and allows them to address them. It also allows all stakeholders to be involved in each stage of the mapping process, facilitating any institutional cultural change. Finally, it allows for a continuous improvement that will help teachers to determine their next future state. Thus, this visual stream map is a dynamic document that assists the teachers in reducing stress because it provides them with a tangible goal to work towards and perform efficiently. This is a personal example of the application of the value stream mapping in my profession as I utilize this tool to directly observe the math portfolio's work process as an alternative tool to evaluate my students' progress in the classroom. I utilize this tool to reduce the work stress that I was encountering in this area. Many of my algebra remediation class students were not performing well on the formative and summative assessments created and approved by the department's Algebra PLC. Therefore, I worked with the school's instructional coach to utilize the math portfolios to engage the student learning and to raise their mathematical self-efficacy. According to S.W.O.T, portfolios are the one type of assessment tool that can improve student comprehension and retention and enable the students to monitor their own progress and to take more responsibility for their learning when added to the teacher's repertoire. Portfolio assignments can also help students and the teachers to detect and remedy weaknesses and misunderstandings, and can increase student self-confidence in mathematics. Utilizing the value stream mapping throughout the process of implementing the math portfolio assists in identifying and addressing to reduce eliminated areas of waste. These would be activities that did not add value to the final product. I address these weaknesses to improve the value flow of this activity to the students by taking the appropriate action and research to minimize and eliminate each waste. Furthermore, the value stream map was a lean waste elimination tool that helped to define and optimize the workflow that can eliminate overprocessing. The value stream map assisted me in coping with the stress of the process by demonstrating the sequence of steps. from the beginning to the end of the process, making it easier to have an overall look at the process being implemented. In this presentation, SWOT analysis and value stream mapping were examined as coping strategies for work stress in any educational setting. Both of these tools presented the opportunity to be utilized by teachers for self-evaluation and in a structured way to analyze problems and identify solutions. Personal examples were utilized for both of these tools to demonstrate their application to the teaching profession. The examples demonstrated how the strengths were utilized and opportunities were maximized to reduce the threats and weaknesses in the classroom learning environment. The examples also demonstrated how the strengths and opportunities could be utilized as part of the value stream mapping to reduce waste and work stress. Finally, the examples demonstrated how these tools help understand the actual process, analyze the sources of problems, and suggest improvements. The presentation demonstrated how SWOT analysis and value stream mapping could have critical roles in problem solving and knowing how to handle the work stress. Consequently, teachers can develop rational coping strategies to reduce work stress by utilizing these tools in conjunction. These tools assist in changing the perspective of the teachers. Instead of focusing on external causes of problems, teachers can be empowered to develop rational coping strategies and use structured methods such as the SWOT and value stream mapping to help them implement these strategies. Thus, with the hope of minimizing teacher burnout and improving teacher retention. Throughout the creation of this presentation, I'm reminded of the importance of understanding the need for continual learning because it assists with personal and professional growth. The continuation of learning can assist in creating and measuring new ideas that can assist in the teaching field to address the ever-changing needs and changes in the classroom learning environment. Furthermore, another realization is that there's always a need to be willing to take personal and professional risks. These risks can assist to push beyond the personal and comfortable levels in order to create new ideas and attempt to move to new levels of learning and understanding to bring value to the learning environment. The risks need to be taken to address emerging issues or concerns through the actions taken, such as utilizing these two coping strategy tools to address the issue of student assessment in my classroom. The presentation presents how throughout my courses and the ACE master's classes, I've learned to develop logical, consistent plans to solve problems, recognize potential consequences, and have the capability to articulate reasons for selecting a solution, such as utilizing the math portfolios to assess student learning and progress. This presentation also demonstrated how my perspective has changed and grown as I've learned to seek new alternative views to problem solve and address challenges or difficulties. I've sought to work with ambiguous constraints to develop new ideas to extend to a format to create a new product. I was able to extend my assignments from the budget and resource management class to create this original contribution to assist in utilizing coping strategies to reduce work stress in teaching. Thus, throughout this journey and project, I've been significantly impacted because they have allowed me to consider multiple options and shift my perspective to create a new understanding of learning. Finally, I've also connected various ideas to develop innovative thoughts and methods that improve my work and personal life experience. Thank you very much for viewing this presentation on how teachers can utilize SWOT analysis and value stream maps as coping strategies to reduce stress and teacher burnout. The following are the references that were utilized for this presentation. I thank you once again for watching this video and this original contribution.